Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
This is a special episode because last week or 2 weeks ago, for the Dive Talk Meetup 2025 in Roatan, one of our speakers is none other than Sir Rick Stanton, who was the lead rescue diver of the 13 Thai kids in Thailand. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the story. We already had Richard Harris, Dr. Harry, on the show. He was the person who put the kids to sleep, let's just say. So we didn't know we were going to do this all the way to the meetup. Rick Stanton comes. Love the guy, by the way.
That's what I was
Hard
going
not
to
to
say.
love.
That is really the part that I was going to say.
Yeah.
He's so like, I just want to be part of the group and dive with you guys, and I'm so happy to be here. And he really was like,
And
you know what I thought? But sometimes I had to stop and say, and I did this. I'm like, I'm sitting here next to Rick Stanton
a complete
in the
legend.
pool, on the boat, eating dinner.
Hard to believe.
Like I'm talking to you. It's
insane.
Rick.
Insane. And here's one thing I thought, or maybe looking back, I think about this. If there was one person in the world who could be ego-driven, I'm better than everyone, I've earned my right to call myself elite, is Rick Stanton.
Yes.
And he's the complete opposite.
Zero of that.
Unbelievable. And I feel like some of the people that you get to meet out there who think our guts gift to cave diving should learn a little bit from Rick and others like Rick.
It would be nice.
He was amazing. So anyway, Rick comes, delivers, I would say, the best presentation of the week.
Every word
Insane.
was riveting.
Insane. So good. About the rescue itself, how it happened, actually his whole life, how he got into cave diving, everything.
And by the way, he did a good job.
Yeah.
And made sure that he made a point to say, I was one of a team.
That's right.
He over and over would be like, it was more than even just the guys in the water.
Yeah.
Everybody contributed, and without all of that, this would not have worked. And they had to innovate. The other part, which we'll get into, is unbelievable what they innovated to make this work. I'm not going to give it away because you'll see it in the video.
Yeah.
Who would have thought of that?
Insane.
But all of the members were given credit over and over by him, and he was actually worried.
Amazing.
He was actually worried about this. Like, I don't want this to seem like I'm the guy that made this happen.
Right.
He worried a lot about that, and he made it a point to say, look, I mean, we all had a part, and we all had to work together, and we all had to have the support on the surface and all of that.
And I think one of the biggest differences between recreational divers and maybe tech divers and cave divers for sure is that it is way more common for recreational divers to seek certifications and more training and I need to get that next certification card, next course, etc. Whereas I feel cave divers seek competency more than certifications. And I think Rick is the epitome of that because he even says it multiple times. Remember, I'm not a scuba diver. I'm not a cave diver because he doesn't have the official certifications. He learned by doing. So if there's someone who is competent when it comes to cave diving, I would say the picture of Rick will be there if this was an item in the dictionary. But I think he's the epitome of you should strive for competency, not cards.
And he even took it further. He said, look, I have to use this underwater apparatus to do what I am.
Yeah.
Which is an explorer of these sumps and caves and these tight things. I use scuba diving to do what I want to do, not the other way around. He kind of explains it better than I did, but it's just a tool.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm Mr. Sidewinder. He doesn't care about that. He
doesn't.
cares about if this tool called the Sidewinder will enable me to get through a sump or a restrict. That's the only reason I care about it.
Right.
It's awesome.
I love it. So anyway, so we're there. He gives this amazing presentation, and then he brought some props from the rescue. Some things that were actually used to rescue the kids. He brought it with him. And then jokingly, during dinner one night, he says, you know what would be funny? If we use those props to simulate the rescue in the pool. And I'm like, oh, you think that's a joke? We are absolutely doing this. And I remember calling you and I'm like, Woody, you're in. I didn't even ask you. And you were like, I mean, for what? And I'm like, you're in. And I'm like, well, I don't know what it is, but I'm in. And then I told you, I'm like, we're going to tie you up like the cave rescue kids.
Bind me.
Underwater, hands behind your back, tied on your ankles.
Yes.
And we're going to pretend you're sedated and you're going to be blind. And we're going to drag you underwater for whatever many minutes. And you're like, I'm in 100%.
I think I even said thank you. Are we doing it now or are we going to wait for finished dinner?
Right. And I think that most people that hear you're going to be bound with hands behind your back and your ankles and we're going to take you underwater blind for who knows how long would have a panic attack. You were like, can we do it now?
I did not sleep that night.
So anyway, here's the footage.
So excited about the next day.
Here's the footage of Woody being a victim and I'm being the rescuer. We were the first ones to have a go. Now, there were multiple people that did it that day, and maybe later on we talk about the results. Let's just say there were mixed results.
But you and I got to do both, right?
Correct.
After you,
and I have the
I'm
footage
not going to give it away, but you did a really good job. I'm like,
I have the footage for both.
I wonder if I can do that.
So let's watch and comment along the way.
I would love while we're doing this, Rick, would you be willing to explain what we're doing right now?
We are doing a Thai cave rescue reenactment, and Woody is a 12-year-old boy who's been trapped in a cave for 2 weeks, and we're going to drag him out.
I've been accused of that.
That's
I didn't know what to say.
In exactly the same method.
Sometimes people
We're
say
not
I'm
joking.
between 12 and 14, but
I was bound up, guys.
yeah, behind
it
them.
wasn't on the notch, that's why it wasn't.
Oh yeah, and Jonathan Burr was our
so
cameraman.
What they're doing,
So
It's like
good.
the dream
they are
team.
binding Woody up the way the kids in the Thai rescue were bound up so that they could be brought out of the cave. And we're going to see how hard that was because they're setting up in the pool like an obstacle course with line, and someone's going to have to take Woody blindfolded around the pool like as if he's completely passed out and unconscious, and he's going to be a dead floppy weight.
Can't wait.
That's me. I'm rescuing you. Yeah.
And by the way, I'm being bound up by Rick Stanton. I'm just
How about
saying,
that?
that's a kind of a fantasy.
That's okay.
I don't know why it's a thrill to be bound up by Rick, but it is.
It still is.
This stuff's going to come out.
They don't need to be right, that's it, that's more like it.
Now, the only thing about this is this safe?
By the way, my wetsuit's not.
We're not going to actually drown Woody.
It's completely perilous.
Okay, so as you can see, Woody has been bound. So in the Thai cave rescue, they had to bind the children's arms and legs so they wouldn't be flailing and getting stuck on stuff. So they bound them up and they anesthetized them so they wouldn't freak out. And then they brought them out with full face masks. And it took hours to get them out, each kid.
And their feet.
Because I'm normally not bound up on Tuesdays.
That's
That's my
I'm not.
Fridays.
Not
Not done it on Tuesdays.
We're saying.
I'm all mixed up.
Woody is intent on making
What does
this
that mean?
video unusable.
By the way, they are
So,
going to bind up
Rick,
my
can
feet.
you explain
Yeah,
to
they
me
will.
the mask
okay.
that you're using?
Well, this isn't the mask, this is just a regular full face mask. But during the rescue, we had a positive pressure so that it won't leak. If you dislodge it, the air goes out rather than water goes in. But here, they do use a lot more gas, and we haven't got one, so we'll make do with this.
I'm not a con- I'm,
I mean, we
I'm
could
gonna be
explain that
unconscious.
difference.
That's what's amazing. These kids, and the kids they don't remember any of it. The only thing they remembered is I'm woke up in the hospital. Can you imagine? They went through all of that. So it was brilliant that they thought to basically, anesthetize them, and no problem. But they had positive pressure and were breathing. It's just unbelievable. The whole
And it
thing
worked.
had to work perfectly to work, and it all worked. That's what I think is remarkable.
I'm not going to puzzle up, but I want to explain one thing. Our simulation didn't use a positive pressure full face mask because we don't have one. That means there was like a bubble of air on their
Right.
face. If they were conscious, you could actually talk through it. It's a full face mask. Here,
Right.
we used a simulated one, and you'll see that they tightly strapped a regulator into my mouth.
In simpler terms, the mask they use for the kids cannot flood. It has enough air pressure that if water tries to come in, the force of air will keep water out. Our mask flood. We found that out while we were bound.
And you're underwater, and you can't really tell anybody that you're flooding.
And you can
Can you tell me about this harness?
Look at this thing he made up.
No, I can't because I stole it from the Thai SEALs.
That's great.
It's a military special forces point scale, like the old-fashioned Fenzi, if you recall them. But it hasn't even got a direct feed. You have to blow into this.
Oh yeah, the BCD doesn't have an inflator and deflator. You have to blow into it and empty it.
So
manually.
we just modified the straps to make a handle and to make it smaller because they were
This is what they
young
really
adults.
used.
This is the
And we
actual
put,
harness, yes.
A crotch strap on it. You see, Carl? We might as well dress it, aren't we? Are we going to dress it?
Do I say like this when you just
You have to unclip yourself. Those are the worst handcuffs ever invented.
So you have to go over your head.
By the way, the kids are conscious during this part. I asked that question.
They'll talk about this, yeah. Dude, we had such a big crew of safety divers. I'm like, this pool is like 2 feet deep. Like, what are we?
I didn't know if they were going to drown
We're
me.
surrounded by like a crew of people.
I couldn't wait. I had no idea what was going to happen to me.
Now, are we going to bind your feet the way the kids were bound?
Ah,
Yep.
Rick is like, yep.
Sure are.
I want to feel exactly what they felt. But then when were they? They weren't unconscious at this stage. Is that correct?
That's right. We dressed them like this.
Okay.
We had given them a Xanax tablet, and they were
I could have
with
used
all
one
their
right then.
companions.
That's okay.
And then we took them out of sight of their companions down to the water's edge, and the others didn't see that side of the process.
Smart. Very, very smart.
Now what are we doing, Rick?
So now we put in the dive harness on.
Look at this setup they had to make.
Yeah, they made it up.
Like this. What's amazing is like this. There's not like a kit for
Right.
rescuing children
Right.
out of a sump that's flooded. There's not a kit. They made this. This is the kit.
They
was
had
in
to
its
figure
life.
it out.
It's a
Had
lot-
to
They had to
this
figure it
It's a
out.
lifetime of adaptation with cable ties and bungee.
Awesome.
But you had to know.
You had to
that.
figure it out with what you had available.
Exactly. That
Amazing.
is remarkable.
This is more stuff. I just kept watching you,
Amazing.
and they kept putting stuff on you and more ropes.
It could be a 30 now.
Yeah, me too.
I've been eating pretty good.
Look
here.
how cool he is, and just friendly and happy.
It's awesome.
Great filming by Jonathan, of course.
Yeah.
I just think the kid was sitting there knowing this was happening to him, but kind of.
He has a
Xanax
future
out of
as a
it, but
filmmaker, I think.
I'm sure the
Well,
kid
you
knew.
know, they've been
Hey,
in the cave for 2 weeks. They want out.
They want out, but he knew he was. They knew they were going to go underwater, and that there's going to be some process
So-
underwater.
We put the cylinder on their front because it acted like a keel of a ship. It weighted them down, kept them face down, protected them if you put them in the silt, and we might have to change cylinders. So we simply put the bungee
awesome.
over the neck, around the cylinder, and that was it.
I don't even have to.
That's the harness.
Insane.
That's the whole
That's
thing.
the harness, that's the dive harness.
Can I ask you one other question? They didn't have anything this nice.
No, they didn't have any colourful socks. They did, to be
It would have made it better if they did. More stylistic, at least.
Nice.
We'll do this right at the end, wouldn't
You've heard of back mount and side mount. This is front bungee mount.
By the way, look at our
It
resort.
could be a whole new
beautiful.
fad in
It's
diving.
called the Stanton.
I named
Stanton
it the
mount.
Stanton.
Stanton mount.
Stanton. Here we go. That's unbelievable. I'm excited to watch it again. It's like-
We lived through it.
you? Might have to kneel down.
I'm not gonna lie. Right here, I was a little bit of butterflies. Like,
Yeah?
what's gonna? I don't know what's about to happen.
You're just bound.
I'm bound,
Awesome. I thought of this.
and you're gonna be.
Get another one. Well,
It makes
it's better to be
total
heavy.
sense now that you see it, but
Woody, you're a good sport to go along with this.
I don't know why I'm really enjoying it.
You going
I
for
really was.
To be honest, I'm really enjoying it.
I thought I would be sitting on somebody's lap. Henry, you want to be Harry? You want to be Harry?
You
Like,
wanna
the one I'm
be-
sitting on your lap. Which I know you've been waiting for.
Oh, I don't.
Don't act like you haven't. Finally, it's time. It's time.
These things just come out of my
Seriously,
mouth. I
I
apologize.
was unconscious, and they were literally just like this. Are they smiling?
I'm going to shut him up now.
Everybody's like.
So Henry is
gonna
one of
shut
the
him up.
rescuers. He's holding the kid who's being rescued. You're blocking the light.
That's me.
Nobody said the rescue went perfect.
And
By the way, this was so
Rick.
tight.
is making
Yeah.
It hurt a little.
They say he made him quiet. They say never meet your hero.
There's a bite thing.
Yeah.
You missed that. Oh, that's it. He's
right.
unconscious somehow.
All right, we're almost done here.
And now gonna bind his legs.
Look at this invention.
Were they
Coke
unconscious
bottles.
when they bound the legs?
I don't think so.
Damn. Because
Still
then
awake right now.
at this point, hands behind your back, legs bound.
This thing in your mouth,
Yeah, this thing in your mouth.
that on your stomach. And look at this was brilliant.
It's a float to keep his legs up.
Oh, that's smart.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at that.
Talk about some
Work.
clever engineering on the fly. Nice.
That was the second day. We were taking, the water was so polluted, we had to bring our own drink. Wow. And I had an empty drink bottle. I just thought, that's where it's going.
They just made it work,
See,
man.
Roll him over.
Just roll him over.
There we
So,
go. I'm like,
Now,
oh
Rick,
my-
are you gonna demonstrate how this is done?
No demonstration. And I didn't want a demonstration because I'm like, these guys didn't have a demonstration before they did it.
you did a great
I need
job.
to figure it out.
You did a
To
great
make it
job.
more accurate, I blacked out my mask. Can't see through it.
Wow.
Here, let me show 'em.
That's nice. That is very
Yeah,
accurate.
awesome.
Now, Rick, explain to us the course. What does he have to do to simulate?
Well, we haven't laid a line. We're just going to follow the right-hand wall round and back on ourselves. But I would like him to go, there's a little grotto on the left-hand wall at the end. I'd like him to find that. And there's going to be another little surprise when he gets there.
That was hard, by the way. Just in the pool.
Clearly in distress.
You're in distress. You should
mean,
put that
this-
thing
But
back on your
listen,
face quick.
it's hard, and you know the route. Imagine
Yeah,
in the cave.
yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, once you put that mask on you, can't see
Nothing.
anything. Zero.
Zero. That's it. Wow. I never saw it. This is awesome. You did a great job.
So I'm looking.
But remember, you knew a route, and it's hard.
So it's interesting to point out that right now Gus is taking Woody through this obstacle course, but he can't see. His mask is blacked out, and the reason is because in the real rescue, the visibility was zero.
Yes.
So he has to have zero. So we blacked out his mask, and oh, I hope he doesn't just hit us in the head.
It was close. But you did a great job. But you do have to protect their heads. But imagine debris and water flowing and hitting you under there for real.
Insane.
The real thing.
No, it's crazy.
Wires are hanging, Rick said, all over the place.
This
and you
was
can't
way
see.
harder than it seems. Because even in caves, when we've been in zero vis, it's momentary. Like, okay,
Seems
we're
like
in
he's
zero
doing
vis.
pretty
but
well.
It's actually much easier than you'd imagine.
He hasn't
It's not
knocked
that
his
much
skull
easier.
into anything yet.
I'm like, I'm looking for the left wall, but bang.
Bam.
Oh, there goes his head right into the side.
Damn.
Shows we cannot see. By the way, that hurt a little. I just want you to know.
That's not.
It hurt. Still hurt.
Oop, hit the other wall.
But look, your hands behind your back. You're completely tied up.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Get the underwater footage over here. But you can see, like, maybe the hose is dragging a little bit, but I'm trying to be not on the floor and not on the surface. Like, I'm trying to be in the middle.
You did a great job.
Because if you're dragging in a real cave, you will be catching up in all kinds of stalagmites and stalactites. So, like, I try to be out of the bottom, but not on the surface either.
Good job.
Yeah. Dude, you look like a corpse.
I'm helpless.
We found the grotto. Okay, this is the surprise. They gave me a syringe. I'm like, I wanted to stab you like Jules in what's
glad
Pulp Fiction.
Yes. Thank you for not.
But he was like, no, you don't have to stab him. I'm like, I was pretty
Appreciate it.
disappointed. But anyway,
All right.
here I go again, blind.
Good job. That's right. That wall is your only guide. And in this case, they did have line in the cave.
Yeah.
They had already set the route in the cave.
Correct.
And you call it a cave, like sump, mud.
Dude, I've never seen you with this good of a trim.
Yeah,
You
I'm
should
better
try
off-
that more often.
I'm better off
Todd's getting the
blindfolded for
underwater
sure.
shot here.
Yeah, I just had to follow the wall.
I remember the headache from the tightness. I mean, look at
Oh,
the
the
ring.
max, yeah,
It's
yeah.
squeezing.
You look like that Italian guy from that video
Killing me.
that we did a couple years ago.
I have
in the
no
real
idea
rescue,
what we're
he
doing.
wouldn't be following the wall of the pool. He'd be following a cave line
There we go.
Yeah.
in a very high flow situation with zero viz.
Good, Jonathan. Exactly. The victim is just perfect in this situation. Look at me.
It's awesome. It's like forced laziness. It's great.
I would love to dive like this. Just take me around. When I'm older, will you do this for me?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, neither one of us is touching the bottom or the top, which is hard when you don't see anything.
Absolutely.
You can't see where you're going. Like,
Totally
how
hard.
do you know to be in the middle?
Really good.
That was pretty hard.
You see how his feet are lifting up?
Yeah.
Without that 1 litre
Your
or
feet.
half a litre bottle, they'll sink and the toes will drag on the ground.
Rick, they thought of everything. It's amazing. So I was just trying to get you to the starting point. And
This is so awesome. We have this on video.
great. That was about the starting point. Not
Did
perfect,
you?
but-
Yay, you saved him! Up, he's not there yet.
Dude, that pool was so great for this.
But you
exercise.
made a point. A lot easier to watch this and think it's not that
Tell me
easy.
you're
Everyone watching this will be like,
I could have done it.
really? You thought that was it? Okay. Do it. You go do it. Now, it's not like we're super divers. Like, I think there's a bunch of other divers that can do it. And a bunch of other divers did try that day
I did.
with mixed success.
And I rescued
You're about to see Woody.
impressions of that.
The exit interview.
That was interesting. I mean, it's interesting that it's so hard and I'm just in a pool with no current,
Great.
perfect weather.
Great comment.
Amazing. I cannot imagine what that would look like to do that in a cave with formations where you can get stuck
Yes.
and with current and having to pull a line at the same time. I just had my hand up front to make sure I wasn't going to smash into anything. And I still feel that I smashed a couple times. So what these guys did is
Unbelievable.
very, very impressive.
Woody, tell me what it was like.
So basically, it was interesting because of the position that they thought of to put him in, which is the tank down right down the middle of the body. You're actually, you feel like you're in a diver's position and you're just gliding. It's not hard, like I'm not feeling uncomfortable as the victim. And I was completely limp. I just let myself go. Now, every once in a while, I'd feel myself rolling, but it was pretty easy for them Was it you? They had to just turn me and level me straight.
Except for the
And
line
then
on my head.
Obviously, they had to protect the head. I could tell Gus was on one side to try to make sure my head wouldn't bump into anything.
Well,
I'm pretty
except
sure
for
he
once.
consciously was doing that.
For that one.
Because the kids didn't have helmets, right?
They didn't have a helmet because if you knocked the helmet, there'd be a follow-on effect of knocking the mask. They had a hood, and inside the hood we just had some foam padding, like an inch of foam padding,
Who
just
thinks
as
of
a bump guard.
Amazing.
So you
Thought of
didn't get
that.
a bump guard. Did he bump you at all into the wall?
No.
I
You
like.
done good.
You had a concussion.
You saved Woody. This is an epic moment.
Yeah, I know exactly what these guys went through now.
That's a good
So anyway,
comment.
after that, I think a couple of other people were gonna try it, etc. But then we kind of talked because you were like, no, let other people try. But I was like, no, you gotta experience this because it looks easy to be blacked out. It looks easy to follow this course or whatever, but you need to try it. So I ended up being the victim next.
It's not that easy.
No.
I remember just while I'm getting dressed, while you're getting dressed, I
Yeah.
just wanted to not hit your head over and over. That was my biggest thing. So I kind of was doing what Ed taught us. Hand out in front, protect your head.
I love it that we're ready to go. I am a victim. I'm ready to go. You're protecting my head. You're blind at this point. Blind and masked.
Blind.
But
Look at that.
how can you go anywhere with no fins? That's okay.
Just forgot him.
Technical difficulties.
Look, that's why I stopped. I lost funny, by the way. Whoops.
All right. Back on with fins. Woody's blind here. He's
The wall for
completely
me was the
shirtless.
line, right?
Yeah.
I just held the wall. But I could more hear the sound of the waterfall. That's one thing I did different than you. I heard it and
Yeah.
felt the drops.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to get you there somehow.
You're going way faster than me. I didn't do such a good job with that. I went slower.
I kept touching your head. You're okay so far down there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it's so terrible to be blinded like that.
Hands behind your back.
But I knew I could
Heels
not
tied
go
up.
too far. Otherwise, I'm going to miss the wall. This was the hardest part.
The hardest part for me being a victim is how much it hurt to be tied up in my ankles. Like, he tied that
Oh, really?
tight, dude.
Why didn't you care about my head like that? Look how I tied your head and cared about you.
You found that wall way better than me.
I heard it.
Oh, you did?
I heard the waterfall.
Okay. Yeah. Here's the grotto coming up. You made it there in like half the time it took me to do.
I was nervous though at this point. Like, where?
Look how many people we have in our team. Safety divers. Like, Ken is right here in the black, ready to donate. Henry's right there as well, ready to assist. Rick, obviously, in front of us.
This was
Todd
hard
filming.
though, right here for me. Like, I cannot get you turned over. I gotta inject you.
Well, you're not gonna inject me in the front. Come on.
I don't remember why I had to turn your. Oh no, okay.
It's like,
There we go.
here's the thing.
I wanted to stab you as well.
Oh, here I'm moving. I'm pretending that I'm waking up. You have
Yes.
to. You have to hit.
By the
me.
way, I didn't know what was going on. I thought you were really
Yeah, you were like, "Are you okay?"
convulsing.
You're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm waking up."
I didn't get that.
The ketamine wore out. I'm ready for my next dose.
I thought I was.
And then you just hit me. All right, there you go. Thank you. Ready to go again. Blind mask. Let's go. Boom.
It's so easy to let go. Like,
Yeah, there's a portion here you're gonna see it where you kind of lose the wall.
yeah.
Look right
That's
there.
terrible
Oh
feeling.
man,
Bad feeling.
Blind. You don't know if you're going in circles. You don't know if you're going backwards.
I was
You have
not
no
happy.
idea. Then you found it again.
Oh,
so-
I remember being relieved. Like, where is the wall?
Yeah,
And it's in a pool, and it's that unnerving.
I know. Again, we're not pretending this was life or death. This was all fun, right?
It
It's
felt
just
good
it's
to
just
try it.
harder than he looks. I'm just saying it's harder than he looks.
See my hand? I
Right
don't know
in
if
front
I'm
of
gonna
my head.
smash something right now.
Right in front of my head. You did much better than me in that.
I was
regard.
worried. I really was worried about that. And by the way, I know other people would have done it different, held you
Better.
different. I don't know. That's what I knew. That's all I could figure out.
We're learning on the fly. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm like, please let me touch something right now. Amazing. I can't believe we got to experience that with Rick.
Yeah.
But how about that they thought of all that stuff? And your comment is right. Like, Rick told us that there's all kinds of debris, leftover wire. Even though they had a line,
Pipes.
they're running into stuff with that kid. They're touching it, and they had to get him then on land because through the dive. And how long did it
Sumps.
take again? Each route,
It's like 2.5 hours.
yeah,
Isn't it?
2.5 hours.
It was a lot.
Like, this is just a little pool simulation.
Yeah. This was just
Man,
a joke.
Rick and your team. Wow.
There were I believe like 12 total simulations. At some point Jonathan and Todd got to go and rescue each other. We had other people do it. We talked other people into it. Like, hey, you want to be a victim? I don't know about getting bound underwater, like handcuffed. And I'm like, you want to just try? Come on, just do it. Only one of the victims that actually volunteered. It wasn't voluntold. One of the victims like, I'll be a victim. As soon as they bound the ankles and the hands behind the back, nope. Get me out. Take me out of it. So there was only one victim that kind of panicked and couldn't be a victim. And then we voluntold dog to be the victim after that person panicked. I would say it was about 50-50 without throwing people under the bus or whatever, but 50-50 rescues for a variety of reasons. One was you went the opposite way. One guy went in circles for like 10 minutes.
I didn't know what was going on. He just
Like
circled. Remember
in
that
circles and circles, couldn't find the wall, just in circles. After 10 minutes, I tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, bro,
You're out.
you're dead. You're both dead.
Nice.
You ran out of air.
one? Nice. Positive reinforcement.
Yeah, positive Ed style. And so anyway, so it was about 50-50 positive rescues and 50% drownings and deaths, horrible deaths. But I think it gave us, both of us, an appreciation for, I can't even imagine how hard it was compared to how easy it looked. And being that 50 times harder on an actual cave with flow, with zero vis, with objects, with actual kids, because you and I are victims, but we're cave divers. Like, oh, we're blind and we are caught up and underwater. Who cares? Like, it's all for fun. But these kids, some of them weren't even swimmers.
It's unbelievable.
They didn't even swim. Like, they were completely foreign to being on water, underwater, and now you're for 2.5 hours taking them in a cave dive?
And for those that may ask, because I did, like, did you really need to inject them in and have them unconscious? Absolutely.
100%.
100%. If they would have panicked and freaked during that,
Yeah.
I don't think they would have got out.
No,
They
and
needed to do that for sure.
and I'm not going to spoil the whole thing, but if you watch the documentary, like The Rescue, or if you watch the movie 13 Lives, they rescue 4 workers before they rescue the kids. When they found those workers inside, the workers that work for the, what was it, the mining company or the water
so.
company, the power company, one of those companies, they forgot them. They're like, the guys were in the cave doing some mining or something, and or whatever they were doing, utilities, and they just forgot him. So like days later, Rick and John Bolantham found them. It's like, oh, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, oh, man, we were waiting for you. They had to rescue 4 grown adults without sedation, without anything, and they went to the hospital. Like, it was a full-on fist fight underwater. These guys were panicking, losing it. Imagine 13 kids deep inside the cave.
And by the way, the
Totally
kids,
the right
when they
call.
saw them, they were,
Yeah.
how many days with no food?
2 weeks or something?
Yeah, like, I mean,
10 days,
They
14
They looked emaciated. Now
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had water. It shows you can live with water, but
Yeah.
and they, by the way, Rick said it smelled really bad. I mean, remember they have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
They're breathing. What about the CO2?
Yeah.
What oxygen level is in there? I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah,
All the
crazy
things that
story.
had to work to survive and be rescued.
And now we know exactly how they felt when we.
I mean, it's a beautiful sunny day in a chlorinated pool
Yeah.
where we knew the route
Yeah.
by seeing it ahead of time, and it was hard.
And it was hard. Yeah. No, it was unbelievable. Great opportunity. Thank you again. I can't wait for next year's meetup. Who knows what speaker is coming and what kind of workshop we can put together.
I'll be bound up and tied up at every meetup. I'm just volunteering that right away.
That sounds
That
weird.
sounds fun.
But earlier in the video, you mentioned how tight the mask was and how it was smashing your head. And it reminded me of the video of that Italian diver. It was years ago. I don't think some people watch it. It's still one of my favorite videos because of how hilarious it was.
I remember it.
So I'm going to leave it right here. Go check it out. It was insane.
Bye,
Old
everybody.
school.
And by the way, I still have tattoos. Nobody commented on.
DiveTalkMeetup.com. See you next year.